Shows that make you laugh. Shows that make you think. Music that moves you. It could only be one place. Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.
The Marla and Dave radio experience begins in 3, 2, 1.
Now, if you're ready, we will begin.
Welcome to the Marla and Dave radio show. This is reality radio with a couple that keeps it real. Current events, pop culture, music, relationships, fitness, the hot topics of the day. Marla and Dave Thomas. This is the Marla and Dave radio show. Real radio.
Welcome to the Marla and Dave show. I beat you.
You know what?
I didn't even wait for turn up. I didn't even wait for the whole thing to end. I was just jumping out there.
I've been playing this game lately, as I do with my grandson, and I say, Cameron, guess what? And before I can say anything, he says, I love you.
Yeah.
And so
how long has he been doing that?
For a while, but clearly you guys have been training together. Anyway, I am Marla, and
that makes me Dave.
He's
Absolutely.
Dave. And welcome to the Marla and Dave show. You know what?
Yes.
More than welcome to the Marla and Dave show, I personally want to say congratulations. You have been selected to start the year 2015 with us.
Wow.
Welcome to the new year.
And guess how you selected? You've been selected. You selected yourself by meeting us here.
No, God selected you, but we're going to entertain you.
Oh.
We
okay,
didn't.
I was giving you too much credit.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Don't give me that kind of pressure.
I try to take a lot of credit. My wife keeps me humble.
I can barely keep up with my own kids, so please don't ask me to take care of you. It's too much. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, Marla, let's do a little recap. We did a New Year's
Before
Eve
we do
show.
That, I'd like to play a mood song because this is very
You're in a mood.
important
You're in
for
the
what's
way.
going on
You're
in my
feeling
life
some
right
kind of
now.
way.
I'm feeling some kind of way.
Okay.
'Cause the players gonna play, and the haters gonna hate, baby. I'm just gonna shake it off.
Now let me tell you how crazy that is, right?
Yeah, I was wondering where that was coming from.
I don't like her as an artist. However, I'm turning a new leaf, Tony. I'm turning a new leaf.
Oh, she was saying she didn't like Taylor Swift. Now you like her.
I'm not even saying that. What
Okay,
I'm saying
who knows
is,
what Marla's saying?
I'm giving Taylor a
Most of the
chance,
time.
and more importantly, I was sucked in because I do like the lyrical content of her songs, and this one applied for where I am right now.
Okay, well, Tony, check out my mood today.
I know we're gonna get there soon, and I know sometimes it feels like we're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
But it's just a long way home.
Wow. If that's not the greatest lyric ever,
Oh.
Stephen Curtis Chapman, he's
Sorry.
one of my favorite writers, period.
I went to sleep. On your
Oh,
song.
wow. That's too bad because, we'll still
Sorry.
make it home. Thank you, Stephen Curtis Chapman, a
So,
friend
yes.
of mine.
Let's give a recap. It is January the 5th, 2015. Wow, who would have thunk it? 2015.
That seems crazy to say thunk it, but yeah.
What?
I guess that's how you say
It's
it, right?
my show.
Okay,
I can
yeah.
make up words.
Who'd
if I
have
like.
thunk?
That's right. Who'd have thunk it? Like thunk. Anyway, that we would be here. I mean, not that we wouldn't be here, but when you're young, like we just entertained a group of young people that are doing a series, a production
From Huntsville to Hollywood.
called From Huntsville to Hollywood,
Yeah.
and at their age, I'm pretty sure they're not thinking about 2042. I'm just saying that. I mean, they'll get to 2040 something and go, who would have ever thought?
Now, here's my advice for them. Start thinking about it now because it will show up.
Don't.
Hopefully you'll be ready.
You'll waste brain space. just make today your most productive day.
That's a
what
good
I have
one,
to
too.
say
That's
to
a good
those
one,
young
too.
people. Wow. So here's what the thing is. In New Year, in the 2015 year, we want to focus on all of the new beginnings. Today is going to be an awesome show. We're going to be welcoming Tiffany Boyle is going to join us online, as well as Miss Lois Boyle, who's going to introduce our Mad Monthly charity. But more importantly as well, we got some new rules for Social Network coming up. And we're going to play for the first time a Mad Selfie survey video that we will only air here on the show. It will play at exactly 17 minutes after the hour.
And due to the mature nature of the content of that video, if your kids are around you at the computer or wherever you are,
give them a timeout.
Tell them to go outside and play for just a minute or go in the other room. because we would hate for your kids to be exposed to something that's
At
a
the
little bit beyond
irresponsible
their
hands of Marla and Dave.
Yes, yes.
So definitely. So we want you to do that. And in the meantime, I'm going to ask you guys the Mad Selfie Survey question and ask you to call in 323-284-7826. Which do you think is the more intimate sexual act? Oral sex or intercourse? Ouch.
We'll be back.
You're listening to the Marla and Dave radio show on the Universal Broadcast Network. Current events, pop culture, the hot topics of the day. It's time for Mad News on the Marla and Dave radio show. Ladies and gentlemen, Marla and Dave.
Wow, today's Mad News, I'm sure if most people, if you're not aware, it's not the happiest news to share, but sports broadcasting anchor and legendary anchor actually at ESPN Sports Center, Stuart Scott lost his battle with cancer at 49 years old
49 years old. It seems like cancer is touching a lot of us, but I wake up, part of my morning ritual is to get my coffee, sit down, watch ESPN, and I've been a fan of Stuart Scott's for quite some time. Had the opportunity to meet him a couple of times, and he was the nicest guy. It was interesting that even though I felt that he was a really nice guy, to hear his other co-anchors and other people that were involved with ESPN basically say that even when they were going through their lowest moment, he would just drop an email as if he could read their minds and know exactly what they're going through and give them just a word of encouragement right when they needed it.
Well, that's one of those. And let me say booyah, because that was his thing. You knew that.
Yeah.
That was he started that. But anyway, I want to say this, too. I think that it's a good reflection for us because, everybody has a purpose. And he was one of those people that was led. He took on the purpose that God designed him for, and he touched lives untold.
And the good thing about it, he was able to, a lot of people wish people well and speak well of people at a funeral. At the ESPYs this past year, he was able to feel the love of everybody in the room. He was a great man, will be missed, and eternally loved.
This ain't your mama's radio show. Can you handle the truth? Then get ready for a real radio experience. Ladies and gentlemen, Marla and Dave.
Okay, well, you know what? I was recently, due to our guest that we have on the line that we'll be introducing in just 1 second, it was my first introduction to Emerge magazine.
Absolutely.
So I'd like to just right off the bat welcome Miss Tiffany Boyle to the Marla and Dave show, and we're going to let her talk about, she's the CEO of the Emerge magazine, which is that particular publication. So we want to let her tell us all about Emerge and what's new with Emerge. Welcome to the Marla and Dave show, Tiffany.
Hello. Hi, Marla and Dave.
Hey.
How are you?
Hey, Tiffany, can I just say something?
Good. How are you?
Great.
Tiffany, can I say something right quick?
Yeah.
Now, when you came on, you said, hello, Marla and Dave.
Right,
Was that on purpose?
No, I had a little background noise, so I didn't know if you could hear me.
Are you better now? Because if you're plugged in or if you have your computer on, if you turn the sound down a little bit, you should be okay. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay now.
Okay, awesome. Well, Tiffany,
Yes.
please, right off the bat, introduce us personally to Emerge magazine. Go ahead.
Emerge magazine is a magazine publication for business owners, for entrepreneurs, for the business industry in whole. It features articles in regards to real life stories of people doing real things as far as how did they start their business, how did they overcome whatever obstacles they had, how did they stay in the industry so long. We also give tips, we also give advice, we have checklists, like are you ready to start a business, are you sure you're supposed to be a business owner, and we give contact information for everybody in the magazine.
Okay.
Nice.
Now, Tiffany, this is Dave speaking. Now, am I to understand that you guys are this year, 2015, are going for hard copies actually on newsstands?
We're going for hard copies and digital at the same time.
Okay. I was going to ask about that. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Well, that's and so when most people, so as far as Emerge magazine, is any of Emerge geared or focused at entertainment at all, or is it really just?
Yes.
Okay.
But no, it's focused on all industries, but we try to get the business side of it. So we have entertainers, we have hosts, we have fashion designers, we have agencies in the magazine as well. We just go for more of the business aspect, like how did you start it, why did you do this? But we also provide that contact information. So if you are a model, here's this model agency, this is what they're about, contact them.
So Emerge is like the ambassador connection to all things business. Can we say that?
That's right. That is perfect.
You know what, Tiffany? I'm not going to charge you for that. That's what I do.
At least not the first time.
Thank you.
I speak billboard. There you go. I gave
That's
you a
right.
gift in 2015. So Tiffany, as the CEO, first of all, when did you become the CEO of Emerge? Is this?
Well, I started it.
Oh, so okay. So this is actually your baby.
Yes. Yes.
Nice. Okay, so how long has Emerge magazine actually been a publication that the public can access?
Well, it's our first premiere magazine, comes out this month.
See, new beginnings. There you go. So,
Yeah.
So do you have any advice? And I have to ask this just in general because we were just speaking to a group of young people and we were asked to give our best advice for them in the future. So when you're talking about new beginnings or starting a business, which it seems that Emerge is very focused on that, what would be the best advice in your opinion that you can give someone who's looking to basically from the ground up begin any particular small business?
I would say do your research, and there's plenty of information out there. Stick with it and write down your plan and your vision.
And so would that be similar to a vision board, like a big dream and then small steps? Or, because I think a lot of times we get caught up in, when we talk about beginning new. So, for example, everybody in the beginning of every year, I was here with Tony and Dave for New Year's Eve, and we all get this emotional connection and this emotional hype when it comes to, okay, it's the New Year's coming, and on January 1, I'm throwing everything in my cabinet out. I'm going to go to the gym 15 hours a day, and we get excited emotionally. But in reality, as you have a long-term goal, but you have a short-term focus based on this emotional drive. So when you talk about the vision, how would you help people? What tips could you give to help people stay on track? And I would really like for you to share a little bit of your experience in actually starting Emerge.
You have your main goal, and then you have sub-goals underneath that. And then I have steps on how to obtain that goal. I try to give myself a timeline, and I try to think that every little accomplishment is great. It's amazing. I get excited about every little thing that happens with me and Emerge. So, it's sort of like an outline. You can do Roman numerals, you can do a vision board, you can put it on the computer, but you have to have the main goal, like what's your purpose, what's your cause, what will you affect by doing this business or this whatever your goal is.
Did you? And
I think. Mm-hmm.
No, go ahead. I'm very interested in what you're saying. Matter of fact, I have many questions that are popping into my head. Keep going.
I think that especially if you have a cause and you have a reason why you're doing it, I think that motivates you more to just keep going with every little step.
Well, I think while Marla is brimming with questions, and it's very awesome. Thank you for actually joining us on our show today. We also, I think, are joined by someone else in your family to help us for this month's Mad Monthly Charity.
Yes, my mother, Lois Boyle.
Yes,
Awesome.
I think we have Lois Boyle as well on the phone. Lois, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Oh, well, welcome to the Marla and Dave show.
Absolutely.
Formally.
Well, thank you for having me.
It's definitely our pleasure. I was reading a little bit about what you're doing with Access Virginia, and I have, again, so many questions. But even before we go there, I just wanted to ask Tiffany one more question. Tiffany,
okay.
is Emerge magazine? Was this your ultimate dream to begin this publication? Is this something that you've been working on and bringing to fruition for a while?
It has. I started the idea in 2011 with actually geared just towards the entertainment industry, and over time, just perfecting that goal, that vision, and now it's coming to fruition.
And that's awesome. So again, we'll definitely be emerging.
Absolutely.
From this point on.
Congratulations, and
that's
we will
for sure.
be looking for our copy as soon as it hits the stands.
We'll be getting
Thank
it.
you.
For sure. And we'll be sharing it with our friends.
Absolutely.
Oh, great.
So Lois, tell us
Great.
about Access Virginia.
Access Virginia is a nonprofit organization, and it was established to provide and to promote accessibility at performing arts theaters and other public venues, but particularly focused on the performing arts theaters for the deaf and the hard of hearing and the blind and the vision impaired, to allow them equal access to those venues.
Okay, now, so is that because you guys are actually putting infrastructure in those facilities
how does
to
that
actually,
happen?
explain that a little bit.
No, actually, those facilities would hire Access Virginia, and what we do is we provide what's called open captioning, which is a speech-to-text display of the performance on stage in sync with the performance on stage, so that the deaf can read or what's being said or what's being sung. And we also include environmental sound, so it's all there for them.
Okay, and so
hear.
Okay, that's awesome. Now, I was going to say, how can someone get in contact with your organization so they can donate?
They can go online to our website at accessvirginia.info and click on the donate page.
And I will put that same information on the Marla and Dave website, www.marlandave.com. And right quick, digitally, as Tiffany is still on the phone, where can they find Emerge Magazine digitally?
They can at www.emergethemagazine.com.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. And I'll put that information on our website as well. We want to thank you both for taking some time out of your day to join us here on the Marla and Dave Show.
And thank you for introducing us to something that is also all about new beginnings. And I'm going to begin my own new relationship with Emerge, for sure.
Great.
And make sure that Mrs. Boyle, as far as Lois is concerned, we will be continuing to promote Access Virginia throughout the month, so we can help you raise funds.
And thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Listen up. Learn something. 26 years of marriage from two unique perspectives equals 52 years of relationship experience. It's time for Ask Marla and Dave. Answers to your questions about life, love, and relationship based on Marla and Dave's real-life experience. It's about to get real. Ask Marla and Dave.
Speaking of social networks and Ask Marla and Dave, and remember, I always want to start off by letting us know that you can call us live, 323, and by all means, join us. Always be a guest on our show.
But you might want to finish that number.
Hold on, 284. I'm going to start over, Dave.
Okay, sorry.
It's new beginnings.
Sorry.
323-284-7826. Right here, you'll be live on our show. And so let's get to the Ask Marla and Dave question. So I generally surf our social networks. I'm there every day.
She surfs.
And this one, surfboard. Sorry, Beyonce.
Oh, okay.
I know I did that wrong. But anyway, here's a question that I pulled from our Real Talk group that was posted by a gentleman, Mr. Race Cummings. And the question was very interesting, and I thought it was one you and I could discuss. It says,
it's more of a comment, but yeah.
It's a comment. Well, no. Until a man has married you, ladies, he doesn't deserve all of you. Or does he deserve all of you? I'm going to switch it around a little bit. So until a man has married you, does he deserve all of you? Now, let's just get right to what that really means. Should you be having sex with someone until he marries you? Now, I kind of think I think that it's good to wait for spiritual reasons, but is that blackmail? Is that...
Well, spiritually, the answer is no. You have to make your own moral decisions for yourself. But remember, every time you hook up sexually with someone, there are consequences involved. And, some of them good, some of them bad. So you got to take that into consideration. This has been Ask Marla and Dave.
Welcome back to the Marla and Dave radio show. Marla and Dave want to talk to you. Phone lines are open at 323-284-7826. 323-284-7826.
Okay, so we promised that we were going to play one of the Mad Selfie Survey videos that Marla actually has a good time with a lot of people that she comes in contact with, some of them more racy in nature than others. This is one of those times. So if young kids, if parents, if your kids are in the room, you might want to, we'll give you a moment to ask them to either go out
No,
or...
we won't. We gave you a moment. Marla and Dave do it.
No,
we
Dave
say.
will give you another moment.
You have no more moments. Go to timeout. Tony, play the video.
If you see me posted up like this, you already know what time it is. It's time for the Mad Selfie Survey. Rasad! He's next. Don't worry. I'll get him. In the meantime, I'm here with Sonia Marie, and we're celebrating the lovely Miss Layla Hathaway's birthday today. Happy birthday, Lay! Happy birthday to you! Okay. In the meantime, here's a question I want to ask. Okay.
Tony made me do that.
What do you think is more intimate? Intercourse or oral sex? Which one of the two of those do you think is a more intimate act to perform?
Permanently. Wow. You know, she didn't prep me with this question.
And you never do. This is what the selfie survey is. You just get hit.
I'm on a serious pregnant pause right now. No pun intended.
Sonia, you're a poet. What are you doing?
I'm just saying.
So if you have to choose one of the two, would you say A, put your money where your mouth is? Or B, hole in one?
Or B, put your shit on my belly.
Okay.
That's pretty intimate.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, when he busts up on the belly and he get all hot, I mean, that's
where is that in the choices of questions?
I'm just saying, listen, in the intimacy of it all, when it gets all warm and it's on the solar plexus,
Layla
the
Hathaway,
belly here. Can I answer the question first? When it gets all on the belly there and it gets nice and warm, that's some intimate stuff from the spiritual perspective, right?
Okay, stop it.
Why?
You have two choices.
You asked me the question.
I did, but I told you to give me an answer between two choices.
I'm gonna work around that.
Okay.
Can I come back?
No, no, because we only have, you got 20 more seconds. Wrap it up.
Why there's gotta be a limitation here? All I'm saying is that in my thought and in my time to think about the answer, listen to this. When you're in intercourse, Marla, check it out. When you're in intercourse and somebody busts off on your stomach, right?
Oh no, that was the question?
Listen. It gets on your stomach. The stomach is the solar plexus. If anybody doesn't know, the solar plexus is the beginning of life.
Sonia,
okay?
Your mouth or your penis?
Intimate. That's intimate.
Okay.
That's intimate. You're going in somebody's life force right now on your stomach when you busting off. Now, if you go inside, okay, listen, to answer the question. The mouth is mad intimate.
All right, thank you.
Can I give a reason why?
No, you done.
used up my time?
You used up your time.
I don't like this game.
Thanks for playing with the Mad Selfie Survey. Sonia Marie, everybody.
It's all intimate, damn it.
You know what?
Don't touch him if you don't want him to touch you.
Okay.
Wow. I wasn't even sure if that was the question you were asking, but, you know, she gave us a whole... The stomach is the solar plexus.
Okay, this is what I was trying to say.
In case you didn't know.
Can we let's talk about this whole concept. Do you think that people are just talking about, like, in other words, I got confused with the spiritual implications of someone's bodily fluid, semen on your stomach being spiritual. Like, what? It's a mess. That's what that would be in my book.
Even though whatever church that is, I'm
Dave, I'm going to continue to pray for you.
I hope my mom's not listening.
No, she is. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to send your mother this video direct as soon as we're done. Anyway, so we have that and that question ironically received so many different types of responses, and I will tell everybody that it was very interesting, which is up online on Facebook and on our YouTube channel, that Brandy Norwood was taken aback. She was like,
she didn't answer the question.
I can't do that. I can't answer that because she has a 12-year-old daughter. There was modesty there And Sonia Marie just and someone
She
else.
went the exact opposite. And for the record, I would say this, I'm kind of in between on how you deal with these kind of issues with your young children. And of course, as a parent, that has to be a decision that you make on your own. But this was way out there.
Well, you know what? And
even for me.
You think so? What disturbed you about it?
I guess it was just another perspective of how.
Okay, let's talk about the fact that sex in itself is a normal function.
Sex is a normal function.
So what about you?
But when you
embarrassed
say normal function, for the semen to be on the belly, I'm not sure if that is part of the normal function.
Well, ejaculation is normal.
That's true.
So do you always care where it lands, Dave?
Do I?
Do you?
Wow. Your Honor, I'm not sure.
Do you
if,
aim, Dave?
Do I have to? Can I take the fifth? No, but for real.
I'm serious too.
Yeah, for real. No,
I'm serious.
Do I aim?
I'm saying come on. Let's just if we're gonna have a quick adult conversation, let's have the adult conversation. What about it disturbed you? And you said you can't even say semen.
No, it was the ascension of the idea from a normal sexual function into solar plexus life-giving type of. It was that was like, what? Really?
I see what it is. You see Mrs. Galley some kind of way in the
I
back
hope
of
I
your
don't
head.
see Mrs. Galley. God rest her soul.
That was our second grade teacher.
Wow. Thank you, Tony.
Let me help you, Dave. Okay, Marla and Dave family. This is where you get to see. Look, Dave may actually be blushing.
Let me get to Christian Kitten here in our chat room. She's the comment is there are such negative connotations to performing this act.
What, sex?
It's not something most women feel comfortable admitting they do or enjoy doing. So at the same time, everybody knows that everybody does it because that's how we got here.
What?
You know what I mean?
Which one? Oral sex, or we're talking about intercourse? It was the actual. Let me repeat the actual question.
That's what I'm saying. Did she actually answer the question explicitly?
She said that the most
While
intimate
she talked explicitly,
is put your junk on my belly. That's what she's saying. That's the most
something
intimate thing.
completely different,
right?
Than what you proposed as a question,
right? But what I was saying to you is, what about these words scare you? Can you say ejaculation? Just try it.
Of course,
say it.
I'm not going to say it right now. You can't make me. No, of course we know that
you skipped over semen.
Every man ejaculates, and that's how children are born. So
cunnilingus. Can
you say
that?
I can say cunnilingus.
Cunnilingus.
I can perform it too.
Okay. That's a different kind of Marla and Dave show now, isn't it? Anyway, so I found that the answers and the responses were various. I found it interesting that most people just, hey, this is what we do. And they had no problem. As a matter of fact, I again encourage you to go to our YouTube channel. There was another young lady who was a celebrity stylist who happened to be at our Christmas dinner, who I randomly hit up on a Mad Selfie survey. And she went all into saying how much she really enjoyed giving blowjobs on the Mad Selfie survey. And and it was very
good for her. God bless her soul.
Dave. So at that point,
and Christian Kitten says you can say oral sex. It's okay.
I can say cunnilingus, ejaculation, semen. I can say it all, Christian. I can just go sexually verbiage crazy up in here. But
well,
I'm
at
not.
first I was kind of taken aback. I was like, what does this have to do with new beginnings? But I guess this is the absolute beginning of all human beings.
No, oh well.
Just about every human life starts this way.
If you want to
with sex, I would.
If you want to make that the case, that's all good. But here's the thing: this is a good way for us to transition into social network, because I think that what we did today as well is kind of prove that there should be a social network responsibility. And so I think that you have to make your own social network house rules. You need to know what you're representing, why you're on social network, and what you'd like to actually broadcast on a regular basis, and keep your followers and Facebook and all of the people who are with you in a continuity of what it is that you do. So for us, we talk openly, but I know that there are a lot of, my nephew is on Facebook. So I had to warn even that this week that the Mad Selfie survey was going to be a little racy. So
Okay,
we-
well,
we're
thank
gonna
you
talk-
for that. We're having fun, and
So
it's not going to stop here.
We're going to talk about that, and I want you to call us. Call us and let us know what social network habits just need to go in 2015.
It's time for the Marla and Dave Doghouse. Marla has something that should put Dave in the doghouse. Dave has something that should put Marla in the doghouse. You decide who gets a biscuit and who gets busted and ends up in the doghouse.
Here's why I'm going to just jump right out and put Dave in the doghouse right away.
Well, for the record, I was in the doghouse last week.
But you put
voluntarily.
yourself in there.
Yes,
That's not
okay.
fun. I want to actually do it myself. I
Okay.
want to actually put you on the leash and escort you into the doghouse. The fact that you ran in there on your own was very anticlimactic for me. There's a word.
Okay.
I'm just saying. So let me try to just do that for you this time. Okay, so here's the thing. Dave, this is the last time that I'm going to allow David to make me the guardian or the guard keeper over his own weight loss. Dave has been trying to put me in the doghouse because I regulate what it is that once he makes a commitment, let me say that, to actually try and lose weight, I bring different methods and bring different things to the table. But Dave tends to pout. And I need Dave to stop pouting. Dave
pouts.
is in the doghouse because he's a pouter.
Okay, well, here's the reason why I think Marla should be in the doghouse. Marla actually does bring these things to me, whether I think I need it or not. And on top of it, if I'm eating some popcorn, Marla eats half the popcorn. She doesn't even like popcorn because she's trying to save me.
Again, you're welcome. Do you know what kind of
wow,
wife
see?
you're making me want? You're
Really?
making every man want me right now.
Really?
As a wife.
Marla
I'm
goes in
sorry.
the doghouse. Help me, please.
I'm sorry, fellas. I'm already married.
Can I get a
know.
biscuit?
I'm the perfect wife.
We'll be right back.
What's the action?
You'll laugh. You'll learn. You'll learn. You'll get mad.
Shut up.
You'll get happy. But you won't be bored. This is the Marla and Dave radio show on the Universal Broadcast Network.
You know
All
what,
right, so we are
Sandra?
back.
It was whack. I'm posting that now. Dave put himself in the doghouse last week, and it was just ridiculous. Well, I'll tell you what, though. I'm going to start. Sandra, this is for you. This is specifically for you. It's time for you to cast your vote, sweetie. Who's going to win the Australian Open pumpkin?
Wow. And don't forget, you can actually call us at 323-284-7826 and weigh in on the things we're talking about today. We have Marla. Now, Marla actually, for both of us, she does all of the social networking.
I do.
And reluctantly, she does it for me as well.
And you know what? Every year I purge. Because what I realize
You purge
is
friends or you purge ideas?
I purge everything. I purge.
You purge your bowels?
I purge
what are you
my
saying?
bowels. I purge all bodily fluids out of the way. No, look. I think that you have to manage your social network. And I think that first of all, you know, I want us to remember what it is. It's social network. It's not. Let me get right to it. This will help you. Here are the 5 rules for 2015 that I've come up with. Please, by all means, feel free to weigh in. If you are a person on social network, I'd like for you to adopt these, starting with number 1. Don't say anything on someone's timeline that you would not say to their face. I'm sick and tired of internet cowards. If you have something that you want to say, you're sitting behind that little computer and you can hit all those little buttons, but I guarantee you 90% of everything that flies out of your mouth, if you were sitting in front of the person that you're mouthing off about, you wouldn't say it.
Good
So
luck
just
with
don't.
that.
Okay.
Good luck with rule number 1.
All I can do is just say that stop being an internet coward. Okay. Rule number 2. Tags should never run. Hashtags should never be run on sentences or paragraphs.
And again, when you said that, when I'm sitting there and I heard you said hashtag should never be run on. That's what a hashtag is,
No, it
isn't it?
isn't.
It's a run on phrase at least.
It's a catchy statement. Tony, please turn your mic on. I'm so tired of you being mute. Tony is.
To me, a hashtag
can't
is
handle
like
it.
reading somebody's license plate, and you have to say, what are they trying to say?
Well, like your license plate, Dave, is just ridiculous. Dave, my license plate is personal and it says Mad Talk. Dave tried to we call Dave's car the Beast. So he first had doctor, it was MD something else, and people were like, "Are you a doctor? Are you a
Dr.
doctor?
Best? Is your name
Are you
Dr.
Dr.
Best?"
I said, Dave, okay. Anyway, that would be an
But
example.
that's what I mean. It's like a hashtag. It's kind of
hashtag
confusing.
is a punchy statement that can be repeated and relevant to a bunch of people's lives. Tony, don't you agree?
Yeah, so I don't get in trouble, yes.
Tony, do you write hashtag books?
No.
Do you have a hashtag? Have you ever written a hashtag novel?
No.
Okay. I'm just saying. Sometimes I don't know. I'm just saying.
She'll get mad at you, Tony, but yeah.
I don't even do hashtags on Twitter.
See? There you go. Okay, so Tony's he's in the rules. Do you agree, Tony, with rule number 1? Don't say anything to somebody on their timeline that you wouldn't say on their face.
I totally agree with that.
Okay. All right, good. So Tony is not an internet coward. He's brave. Okay.
Let's go right there. We're at number 3.
If you're going to write a book or an essay on Facebook, start a blog. Please do not write these epic stories as a post. I get tired. No one wants to sit and read.
But why
your
are
life
you
story.
sitting there and reading the life story?
I don't want to look at it.
So then, it's a free country. If you don't want to read it, if you don't like it, if I write the book, don't read it.
It's a free country, but my Facebook is not free, and you'll be nixed if you keep writing books on my Facebook. It's not free.
Okay.
There's new rules on Marla and on the Mad social network coming up right here, so you need to learn what they are.
She's a mean manager.
Number 4, understand that social media is just that. It's there for your entertainment. It is not the Bible.
Explain that a little bit. I know that
Bible
seems
is
like
full of
it should
truth.
be.
Social media is not for you to get all caught up in everything everybody says and act like there's so many nuances you'll never understand. You can never get a whole story. You're really just on social media to be socially entertained.
To gossip.
Whatever you want to do. Gossip, post, share funny stories, look at cute little memes. Do what you want to do. Add your emoticons. What kind of mood am I in? Happy. Sad. Confused.
What you're saying is not the Bible. Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
You can't treat it like there's too much information that you can't really understand the full truth.
Let's get to rule number 5 because I have something to say about this.
Whatever.
All the rules.
Okay. So here's the final rule to abide by for social media in 2015. Are you ready, Tony?
I'm ready.
Okay. This applies to you because you're on here. So if this is you,
let's do it.
Delete yourself now. Okay. If someone violates your personal page rules of engagement, do not hesitate to delete them, block them, or just say, bye, Felicia.
No, don't just say hashtag bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. That's
Okay.
what I think you should do.
So
Bye-bye, Felicia.
here's what I'm saying. And this, to me, the idea of having rules for social networks kind of undoes the idea of social networks, doesn't it?
Dave,
It's anything goes, right?
Dave, it's so weird because I almost feel like without being a rude wife, I'm going to have to only talk to Tony at this point because you don't even do social networks. So why am I having this discussion
Of course
with you?
I do. I don't do it as much as you.
How does
Marla,
someone break a
actually, I
rule?
should have put Marla in the doghouse for going to bed with her phone.
I go to bed with my phone because I have stuff I need to say.
Hashtagging. She's
because I got to
tweeting.
I got to talk to
She's
people
on Facebook.
on the East Coast.
Wow.
While you sleep. That's what I'm saying because those people are awake and they need conversation.
East of Indonesia. Okay.
Well, yeah, because you know what? Some of this came up because we have our daughter who is passing through and she was staying in our house the other night. And before I knew it, I had posted I've been in a conversation, Tony, with Moniece, silly Moniece, you know Moniece. And I got home and she had put it up on her Instagram and it was funny and it was between the two of us, but it was very raunchy. In our exchange.
It was like a little,
it was not
little
cool.
heated exchange that
But it
wasn't so
It was
deep.
supposed to be comical, but the language in which we speak to each other that we call ourselves joking, including the fact that I'll put it to you this way. In Monice's phone, her name for me, instead of like our daughter has Mom Ice in case there's an emergency or Dad Ice, Monice has me down as Big Nasty. And the actual picture, the avatar, is of a huge African American woman in scantily little bits of lingerie. That's the picture that comes up when I call. So, of course, Monice's fans went nuts at the exchange, but without my permission, she posted this. She took a Snapchat or a picture, a screenshot, and posted it on her Instagram. That's a violation. Monice, you violated. You know what's even weird? I don't even follow her.
Well, that's because you don't really, that's what I'm saying. You haven't laid down these rules in advance. Monice knows not to take a picture of me and put it on her social networks.
Have you seen Monice's Instagram?
Your picture is now I'm going to have to look at it.
Your picture is right next to mine on the couch sleeping.
Is it a good, what?
And there's a picture of the two of us, a video of the two of us playing backgammon. And you're telling me to shut my A up. That's on.
Did I say shut your A up? Oh, you mean in the video? What?
The rules. Did you? What
Wow.
about those rules that she keeps?
Okay, so now I'm gonna have to. You're convincing me of the need for these rules.
He looks worried.
Yeah. That's a total violation.
And this is my sixth rule. If you're a parent, don't be Dave. Go on your kid's social network and know what they're doing at all times, even if your kids.
Or send Marla.
Even if your kid
If you're Dave, send Marla.
If they're 50, keep checking on them on social media because you never know what information might be posted about you on social media. Keep up with your kids online.
Well, at the same time, I mean, that to me is the danger. And you talk about Facebook or social media cowards. The real bottom line is, I mean, the nature of the venue creates social network cowards, I would think. Because if I'm just waking up and I'm not really in the mindset to monitor my own thoughts, I'm sitting there and I got my phone, everything now can get on social networks. Your car can get on social networks. Everything can get on social networks. I'm just going to say the first thing that comes to my mind.
And I can be you. And Dave, I've gone into many concerts as you. I just send an avatar. Say,
I'll give you a
Dave
schedule.
Thomas.
I'll send you next time.
No, other people's concerts, Dave. I've
okay.
seen Take Six a lot of times. I'm breaking into other people's
No, I want you to
concerts.
actually be on stage as Take Six.
Okay,
Okay, anyway.
New beginnings. Are you really ever is anyone ever gonna teach me my part to Jesus Loves Me? Is it gonna happen? Claude
Anyway, stop by our social networks, Twitter and Instagram, Marla, the MND Show.
Twitter and Instagram, the MND Show.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And
Facebook, the Marla and Dave, at the Marla and Dave Show.
Right. And that's who we are. That's where you find us. And definitely www.marlandave.com. Start there.
Absolutely.
Without a shadow of a doubt. We'll be right back.
It's time to play the Marla and Dave Love Game. Here are Marla and Dave
I need
to
Sandra
explain how it
Hawkins
works.
to call us right now. She needs to be the person playing the game.
Okay.
Why
well,
isn't she on the phone?
Well, Marla really is making an appeal for Sandra to call up and play the game. The Mad Love Game, of course, is a game that we play every week. It's a game that was created by Marla and I. It has 3 categories. They are communication, finance, and sex. And it's played with the die. You roll the die, and whatever category you land on, that's the card you pull. If it lands on the Mad logo, it's wild. You get to choose whatever you want to. I'm going to roll today. And
I think Tony should roll.
Oh, you want Tony to roll? I think that's
Tony
a good
to roll.
idea.
I don't like the way you roll.
You don't like the way I roll. It is sex.
See?
I like the way Tony rolls. I like the way Tony rolls too. This is a good question. It's kind of funny. I wonder what Sonia would say to this one. Can too much masturbation be physically harmful?
Wow, Dave.
I remember back in the day they used to say it make you go blind. That was the old wives' tale. But we have a caller on the line. I think someone wants to play with us.
Welcome to the Marla and Dave Show. You're on with Marla and Dave. Who's calling? Hello?
Okay, keep listening until, if you want to, jump in there anytime. The answer, of course, is no. On every card, there's a further discussion question. And the further discussion question this week is, does it encourage or encourage sexual relations with your partner, I guess, when you masturbate?
Dave, can I go back? If masturbation made you blind, do you know how many men would be in a pile on the freeway?
I'm starting to need glasses. Is that can you kind of reverse?
There would only be 4 men in all of LA walking around.
I think our caller's calling back in.
Hi, you're on with Marla and Dave.
Hi, Marla. This is Janet.
Hello, Janet.
Nathanson. What the hell?
Aloha.
Janet,
Hi,
she helped us for so many years. Janet, you
did.
know about the Mad Love Game. We're going to roll for you.
No, wait. Before we do that, Janet, do you think that masturbation can make men go blind? What was the question?
Yeah. Does it cause
bodily?
Can it be harmful?
Can it be harmful? Too much masturbation.
Janet.
You see why you shouldn't be in Hawaii? Hawaii is only good for the water. That's what I'm really telling you. Other than that, you can't make phone
She's
calls.
calling back in. Janet, I think we have you again.
Is that Steve?
I do. I'm here again. I can't keep stopping. I'm sorry.
Somebody else just said hi. Is that Steve?
Wow, are you just kind of crystal balling it there?
Nobody else is here but me.
Okay, Janet. Is too much masturbation harmful? Hurry up. Answer the question. Yes or no? Is it?
No. I didn't hear the question, but no.
And, of course, Janet is correct.
Janet, you can feel free to hang out with us for a second. You know, we'll hold on. We'll be right back. Just stay here with us, though, Janet.
I never do anything without thinking about it first.
Marla is a feeler.
I basically wear my personality on my sleeve.
But when Marla and Dave get together, it's like a match dancing with a firecracker. This is the Marla and Dave radio show on the Universal Broadcast Network.
Okay, so I'm glad that we have Janet on the phone as we go into
the poll question.
The poll question this week. The poll question was: have women traded in their self-respect for their sexual freedom? The options were yes, hashtag sexual sellout, and no, hashtag all things are equal. Janet, where would you weigh in on that?
I personally would have to answer. For myself, I would say that I don't remember what the hashtags are, but yes, you trade your self-respect if you give your sexuality away too easily. Is that the question?
That is the question. Janet, are you afraid of words like cunnilingus, ejaculation, semen? Okay, because your friend.
They don't scare me.
Well, Janet,
I have another question for her.
Oh, wait, well, let me get to the answers
poll.
though.
Oh, okay.
The answer, Janet, was with 70% of those who voted. The majority said yes. Women have traded in their self-respect for their sexual freedom, and I guess in pursuit of sexual freedom, the self-respect just kind of went out the window. It seems like. Only 30% said no, all things are equal. And this in light of free the nipple.
Free the nipple. Hashtag free the
Janet, have you heard
nipple.
of free the nipple?
I don't really do hashtag groupie. I'm not a hashtag groupie, so if you say so, I don't know.
Janet, here's free
Which brings me to my other point about social media. Do you want my thoughts on that?
Okay,
absolutely.
We do, but I have to read the poll question for this week. So hold that right there.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. You're our new beginnings guest. Here's this week's poll question: how important is money to the health of a relationship? Hashtag money matters, or hashtag love is priceless. That's what's coming up. That's what we're going to be looking into next week. Janet, you want to cast your vote verbally? How important is money to the health of your relationship?
Well, I think everybody has to be on the same page. And if you want a simple life and you don't need as much money, everybody has to feel that way. If one person wants to have a more lavish lifestyle and you don't have those means, that could create a lot of stress in our relationship.
Okay. Well, there's some wisdom all the way from Hawaii. Don't go anywhere, Janet. We'll be right back.
Stay with us for another 30 seconds.
Can you handle the truth? This is modern American dialogue in a mad world from two unique, fresh, transparent perspectives. This is the Marla and Dave radio show.
Now, Marla, I think you had Janet, you had a specific comment about the social media discussion.
Well, yeah. I was in pretty dire circumstances out on the ocean, and I was on Facebook, and I said, it's pretty gnarly. And somebody said, come on, Janet, you need to describe it better than that. That was like effed up or whatever. And I thought about it, but my response was, I keep it PG on Facebook or anywhere social network-wise online, because that goes everywhere to everyone who may be reading it. Now, if you talk to me in person, I might get a lot more colorful. So that's how I feel. I feel like you can be, I like to be very small online. I don't think that it's the place to be raunchy if you don't want to be considered a raunchy person.
But what if I was going to say, but in reality, everybody's different, and sometimes you are who you are, and if you are that raunchy person, you will be raunchy online.
But who stays who they are forever?
Yes,
so
and then
I kind of agree with Janet.
Has a chance to follow them or not follow them, and make them a part of their network or not, like you said.
Hence Janet, can I just tell you right quick, if you see Tony Sweet on your Facebook page, don't kick him off. He follows all the rules. He's very, very, very compliant, and we love him. So no matter what, even if he has a drunken night and something crazy goes down and he uses one word but he says F without the other letters, let him stay. That's all I'm saying. Let Tony
I
live.
think it's pretty interesting that people online want to post all their great accomplishments and what a great day and this is awesome and I'm so great and look at me and all that, and not so much when
things are
they are not having the best day.
So I'm gonna stop Janet. I'm gonna stop Janet right there and say that's our final rule for the day. Keep it real.
Janet, thanks for calling in. I think do we have time for just one last call? Yeah, let's take
the call.
Hello, you're on with Marla and Dave.
Hey, Tony.
Hey,
Is it Tony?
No, it's not.
Sandra.
Oh,
hey, Sandra, what's up? Sandra, you know what? I'm kind of
not-
mad you put me in the doghouse this week.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
Stop
I'm
whining.
sorry.
See, he's pouting. That's why he's in the doghouse. He's doing it again.
Sandra, what do you want to talk about right quick?
Nothing much. I just called in to say I'm enjoying your show, and y'all just keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, Sandra.
Make sure you join us next week. We've got Alvin and Adria Chia coming on, and they're going to be talking to us, speaking of new beginnings.
My bass man.
There you go.
There you go.
He and his wife. Is love better the second time around? Yes.
And thank you to all of you for joining us on the Marla and Dave show. We will see you next week.